on. First, after we find the acupuncture points, we clean them.
Ouch,
Particularly afraid of needles.
Clean. And then we take out the real equipment.
Haven't
added it yet.
Fast competition. What about the process of competition? It needs to be fast so that the pain will be lighter. And then there can be a certain way to change the body difference in this acupuncture point, which can also enrich blood and strengthen ourselves.
It's scary to look at.
So there's pain, right? Yeah.
What does it feel continuously?
I felt that the moment I entered the truth was a bit like a mosquito bite. And then, when this administrative path is at the bottom, these two acupuncture points continue to swell, sore, and swollen right.
Can we also be appropriate? Method. To strengthen the feeling of this acupuncture point. If our eyes are dry at Feng Chi Point, it is usually caused by dry wind, which is caused by the evil island of wind and heat. Therefore, we use the method of venting hair on this acupuncture point. We use this method of emphasizing questions and lightly inserting them, and then we have to choose this smart point. Everyone knows that the smart point is in the temple within the tomb. Just in this concave in Xiaoshaofang Bray State.
Trap. Yes. The tissue under the skin with such a thin eye in this place. How can this be pricked?
Yes, and the eye sockets here are very close. Yes, when we are steaming, we need to have a certain technique. For example, we have to fix this eyeball outward and then compete slowly.
In the eye.
This works. Not only are my eyes wet, but I'm sweating. Splashed water, now it's already...
In the process of steaming, we want this comrade to close his eyes. Right?
Don't move.
Wipe this shrew, this acupoint next to this eye. Tomb Nez, this acupoint clean. Then...
Let me hold.
It's okay to hold it a little, and then make it clear that the acupuncture point must be in the depression slightly above the internal hemorrhoid. Close your eyes, push the eyeball outward with your thumb, and then slowly.
The tight fit,
Well, look, those little feet are all well.
What?
What is it?
This is better than that.
It hurts.
Tears came out.
Tears came out, right?
Slowly.
Look at the ground to see if there is any pain. You must be cautious when using this Jinming point, because the nerves and blood vessels below it are relatively abundant. The depth of needle insertion is generally 0.3 inches to 0.5 inches. According to the tolerance of rule, if it is stronger or has strong tolerance, we can go a little deeper, which may be deeper, and the effect will be more obvious.
How long does this needle usually stay?
Generally, if we treat it normally, there may be no problem for about 20 minutes.
Then please stop for a while. Let's ask Dr. Zhou to teach you how to stimulate these 2 degrees at home, okay?
Our shrewdness is at home. Don't insist on it yourself. And then we do this strict health exercise softly, and these healthcare will be enough. The 2 acupoints are combined with the acupoint pressed and kneaded. Everyone must find it clearly and accurately. Just now we talked about this positioning method. What's more, we can generally use our index finger and middle finger to press and rub our Feng Chi point, which may be more convenient to select the point.
Now up and down or in circles.
We can press and knead around the acupuncture points, that is, press and then turn in circles. Well, just like our Yan Baojian exercise, it can follow that rhythm and it's 8 beats, and we do this for each beat. One lap like this for 8 beats can basically be finished.
It's 4-8 beats. The pace is a little slower. 12 pairs.
3.
Yeah.
4. In addition, this smart acupuncture, Kim Ming Xuan, Wei. Depending on everyone's habits, you can use your thumb or index finger. We usually push it up gently when pressing and rubbing this acupuncture point directly, and then gently squeeze it down. This acupuncture point of this smart acupuncture point, in addition to some local soreness and swelling, may also add some good moisturizing effects to this tear leaf.
Use it, and tears will come out.
Yes, it's best to use 2 hands. If you use 1 hand, its strength is not balanced enough. Well, it's safer for us to use 2 hands.
You can use this method at home. Can we start the injection now?
But it's been a long time.
Stop talking. Let's first remove the needle at the Feng Chi point behind this head.
I'm quick. Yes.
Attention.
Naturally.
After Jinming Shu comes to your little hand continuously, press it. Okay, it's really tired of acting continuously. This eye's clearly shed tears.
Let's not joke. It feels moist. Just feel like there is a thin layer on the outside of your eyeball. That little clear spring is covered outside with a slow flow. It feels like giving your eyeballs a bath.
Sleep well. Thank you, continuously. Let's take a look at the second largest avenue of Feng Chi Cave. Which problem is to be solved?
Cold.
What is the relationship between wind pool and cold?
What everyone thinks of a cold may be that a cold wind has been blown, a wind cold has been caught, and then a series of symptoms have appeared. Then most of the causes of the cold are closely related to bees. It is recorded in ancient books, and it is called the length of all diseases. It is the 6 silver prophet and the recipient of the fan-shaped massive change who has a slight cold, so the cold has a very important relationship with our wind evil. We mainly use the Feng Chi point to remove the external wind problem caused by our cold.
So why is he looking for a partner?
Think about catching a cold. When some symptoms appear, we may have some headaches in addition to sweating and being afraid of cold. Besides these symptoms, besides wind, it is a pathogenic factor. There is another big reason, especially in autumn and winter, which is the cause of cold. Well, in addition to going to the wind, we have to have a certain effect of warming the yang and a certain effect of warming.
In other words, in fact, the principle of finding a partner for him is that Feng Chi is responsible for district wind.
Yeah.
Partner. This partner is responsible for driving away the cold and warming the sun. Hearing you say this, I feel like I probably guessed it. I often use this. I probably guessed it. I don't know, right? Let's take a look.
It is a big pursuit to treat cold and wind food combined with cold-dispelling acupoint.
Big cone? Well, when I really took a shower, I wrapped the towel around the shower head, turned the water column into a column, and then you stood under it and flushed the big cone for 2 or 3 minutes. Well, flush too. The whole body is slightly hot. Well, yes, so just like you said, to drive away the cold and warm the sun.
The acupuncture point of the big cone is very famous. Everyone knows that it is on the same line as the spine on our Hajang middle line. How Zhangzong's constitution is on the neck. The big cone acupoint belongs to our meridian, the Du meridian, the Yang meridian, the big cone, and it is on the upper part of the body because we speak of yin and yang. It belongs to yang, and it is a place where yang is more abundant and taboo. From the name of the big cone, we can also interpret that big one means more. And then chasing. It means that our yang is very full, and this yang is accept.
Go to the cold kitchen.
Teacher, right.
After the teacher just said, my eyes were already bright, because I am particularly prone to colds for a year. Basically every 2 weeks and 3 weeks, and I always have the symptoms of runny nose due to cold. It's really I have colds very frequently, plus there are 2 babies in my family, and then everyone cross-infect each other. They bring some back from school to work, and then everyone crosses each other, and the frequency of colds is extremely high. So just after I finished speaking, I was very special, and I really wanted to try it. I think if this method works, I can self-control and self-cultivate, right?
Yes. Yes, I really think it's very good for me. Come on, Zitong. Dr. Zhou brought another small treasure box. What is in this treasure box?
It's getting bigger, right?
Big treasure box and big needle.
Big needle, right? Big.
Needle. This visual inspection, this is really similar to my finger, right? Yeah.
I'll just
Destroy it!
We don't have a real method to ask this beauty to rest assured. What did we use this time? It's to dispel cold, so...
With moxibustion.
Yes.
Well, this is the love strip.
Yes. 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 It's a moxa stick. This is a moxa stick.
I always have this at home. So, how do I make this?
We are the same. I'm taking this unlit one now. Just now, we mentioned that the positioning of this Feng Chi point is very clear, and the big cone is on the midline of our after symptoms. He is under the 7th neck pursuit diagram. The 7th neck pursuit diagram is actually us bowing our heads. Then the highest bone. Well, let's look at this child. They are very slim. His place is particularly typical. Just in front of this 7th cervical spine muscle diagram, it is our big cone.
The glands can be touched by themselves.
You can touch the Feng Chi point and the Dazui point on both sides, forming an isosceles triangle. We use moxibustion to pull these 3 points. After removing the external one, leave this layer and then take this tool at hand.
The fragrance has come out.
Yes, I smell it too.
Oh, I really like this fragrance.
After complete lighting, we choose the corresponding acupoints. At this Feng Chi point, we first use the love strip to hold the love strip for gentle and gentle pulling. There are 2 methods. One is to adjust the distance between moxa and the skin. In addition, there is a local repair by rotating, then pausing, and then let this patient feel warm. Then adjust the distance of our distance and pull it a little warm, about 3-2 minutes. Then we switch to the opposite side of feng qi point. We're going to do this back selection technique triangle.
Oh! Save. In fact, from this perspective, Dean Zhou's technique is the plane of the burning part, which is about 2 centimeters away from the skin, and the nearest one is about 4 centimeters.
Yes, then we should pay attention to the process of applying speed. One is that the ash of this dove should be disposed of in time. Yes, and then there is something else. That is, we should pay attention to asking about the feelings of our back operator. If it feels warm, we should go further away, because the diathermic force of pulling it is very strong.
Yes. Well, the temperature at the point where it burns is over nearly 700 degrees Celsius.
This will take about 30 minutes in total, and you will feel a little sweaty when you pull it on your body, and then you can stop.
Good. Tell me quickly what you feel and a few feelings.
I have just come back from there, and my area is hot until now. And what is very amazing is that the teacher just said the triangle all the way to the big cone snow, but now I am in this position, all the way to here. It's hot, all the way to my back.
What is the reason for this?
It's because of our dew meridian, which also has an intercirculatory conduction function. The big cone is on the dew meridian, and it will follow the midline of this after symptom. Moreover, after we generally receive the measurement, the entire back will feel tight.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Dean Zhu, for coming. Let's watch the third one. The problem to be solved by the third partner is headache. Well, the relationship between headache and wind pool is...
Yeah, what? We say that the wind pool type actually causes headaches. There are many reasons for it. Both the inner seal and the outer seal can cause headaches, because when the wind invades the human body, it changes a lot. But what about the head? Everyone knows the upper part of our body.